Amazing. I found this really helpful and enlightening. I just feel like this has given me a kind of a bigger, even bigger picture view.
Hey everyone, it's David. I use tarot, astrology, and numerology to help people connect with their life path and their authentic journey. Today we're talking with Katie from the UK. She is one of the top tarot readers in all of the UK. And really, if you're a Life Path 7, this is the reading for you because Katie has so many sevens in her numerology, and that's really, we go deep on talking about all those different sevens and what do they mean. Some interesting in your numerology. A lot of sevens in your numerology keep popping
Yeah.
up. First question is on a scale of 1 to 10. How connected would you say you are in your life path?
I would say 7 to 8 in terms of knowing where I'm going. And then in terms of getting there, probably 6 to 7.
Okay, that's good. That's well above average. And then, what do you say are the areas of disconnect currently? Whether there's a career, relationships, purpose.
To be honest, I see my life path almost entirely in terms of my work.
Yeah.
So um, I don't know. I tend to put most of my focus and energy into my work.
Okay. The first one I wrote down is your life path is a seven, which we'll go through in a second, right? And if you knew
Mhm.
it, I read some books on numerology in the past, but like Pythagoras, the mathematician who does how to calculate the sides of a triangle, and he gave us like Western music on how to do the scales for music. So he was big into numerology, but he wouldn't teach anyone numerology unless their life path was a seven.
Oh, really? It's interesting.
So you at least you can come to it now, and now it's all democratized. But in the ancient days, you would have been also taught numerology because you have the right numerology to learn numerology. Your name, and then sum all the letters in your name, and then plus all the vowels. Those both equal to seven, in addition to your birthday.
Yeah. Yes.
And you are currently in a 7 year right now in 2022, and then going into an 8 year. So it's an abundance of sevens for you at the moment. And so you'll see when you get this page and report, it's 83 pages of your numerology energy. I would, the first 10 or so pages, or 10 to 20, are really the most important. What I think of the big energy, a lot of it is, I'll call it pop culture stuff. So it has some celebrities that have the same life path as you and things that may not be as interesting, but the big energies I think are the worth going through and looking at that.
Great. Thank you. Amazing.
So with a life path of seven, it says people with the vibrational life path of seven are deep thinkers and introverts. They accept nothing without proof, and they will always learn from their own and long lasting opinion on the subject. Such people have natural talents for investigation, observation, and the ability to analyze every scrap of information that they find. Deeply analytical and observant, they are the type of person who knows what people need before they even ask.
So that thing about being analytical, because I don't see myself as particularly analytical. I see myself as being more intuitive.
Okay.
So I kind of know things, but not really be able to explain why.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it?
I think because it says that there's a lot of observant energy in there too. So I think if you sit with it and trust that gift, then you may find you're just more observant. You're really observant and like analyzing tiny details of posture, mannerisms, phrasing, things that it comes to you natural in the gift as a lump sum. Oh, I think it's this. But if you really sit and dissect it, you might be picking up on, different things as an investigator than you may expect.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you also have in your heart desire, which is your vowels, also has a sevens. Sevens will want to get to know someone thoroughly before they open up to them about their personal feelings and give them their confidence. People will trust sevens because of how carefully and direct they are about things. This means their opinion will matter to them more than most other opinions.
So did you say like three sevens and a six were kind of the main numbers?
Yeah, so your birthday life path is a seven. And then I will do the one you have 1 9. So if you take your name, your birthday is a seven, all the letters in your name is a seven, all the vowels are a seven, but all the consonants are a nine. We didn't.
I think in the last couple of years, I've become much more bold about sharing what I know, even though it might not be everything about the topic.
Yeah. I feel like from what I see here, that's the biggest thing that I think you can take advantage of to combine in your healing and teaching is, even if you're not all the way figuring out your journey, is people will view you as the focal point to help them on the journey, like a tour guide, towards a spiritual journey, because they trust you and they resonate with you, and they trust, and that you're going to do the work, whether you've got it all figured out, and if you change your mind or they'll come along the ride with you. But I think people see you as the leader that they need to help them start their journey, because they might never even pick up a book or a deck or cards or take a course at all, but motivated through you, they probably would.
Yes. Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I think that an issue I've had is that I have so many things that I'm interested in and want to do that I couldn't kind of pick one. But I've become more comfortable with the idea of having a range of things, and they all come under the umbrella of spirituality stroke healing.
Yeah, and I think that could vary from person to person. So let's say, you focus on, if it was tarot card readings, and I do this as well, is like when someone comes to me and they do a tarot card reading, I may say, oh, you know what? I'm into mindfulness and other things. I'm like, here's some videos or things that I listen to all the time on being vulnerable, right? So if vulnerability pops out, it's like this. So you may have someone come to you and say, well, I want to find ways to heal from X, Y, or Z. And that can be different for everybody, and say, hey, here's something for you to try. I've done a little bit on it, but like, you may be the type of person to go super deep on essential oils, right? Or on healing crystals or something like that. So
Amazing. I found this really helpful and enlightening. I just feel like this has given me a kind of a even bigger picture view